Hey friends, happy Just the Tip Tuesday. We're gonna extend this video out for a full practice to prepare for a wheel. We're gonna work through our wrists, our shoulders, our T-spine, our adductors, and some other stuff. So if you're interested in building on and working on wheel pose, come along with me. You will need a chair and a bolster, and we're gonna go ahead and start at the wall. Oh, also a wall, LOL. So, standing at the wall, you're gonna take your right hand, place it on the wall, and then spin it so that the middle finger goes down, the thumb goes out. Start to walk yourself away, chest opening up, stretching through the bicep. Woo! Take a nice deep breath in, and a slow, steady breath out. One more deep breath in, and out. Good, slowly start to walk yourself back towards the wall, and same thing, left hand on the wall, middle finger down, thumb out. Start to walk yourself away, stretching through the chest, through the biceps, and through that wrist. Notice my head is dropping forward because I'm in so much pain. Try to keep your head neutral, take a deep breath in. And a slow, steady breath out. Whew. One more deep breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Good, go ahead. Shake that out. We're going to move our bolster off to the side for right now. We're going to step at the top of the mat, have your, actually step in the middle of your mat, have your chair at the back of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, take your arms into a nice goal pose shape. Pull your elbows back and down. Inhale to reach up. Exhale as if someone's pulling on your forearms. Pull them back. Try to get them behind your shoulder line. One more time. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, pull them back. Good, take those hands, clasp them behind your back. If you can't do that, grab your thumb. If you're still struggling, grab a tie or something to link your hands. Stretch your knuckles away from your hips. Inhale, widen your feet. Exhale, soften your knees. Take that all the way over. Big stretch of the shoulders. Shake your head out. Deep breath in. Big breath out. One more deep breath in. Big breath out. Good. Releasing the hands. Step your left foot to the back of the mat and underneath your chair. So if you're using like a sofa seat, just make sure you can get a little bit of clearance with your foot below that chair. And then right knee is going to stack over right ankle, maybe slightly forward. Right foot is planted as you push the hips forward, stretching through that hip flexor. Take a nice deep breath in and a slow breath out. One more deep breath in and a slow breath out. Plant your left hand on the ground and externally rotate your shoulder. So try this in a closed chain position. Try to open your shoulder without moving your left hand. Once you feel that shoulder roll out, keep it there as you start to take yourself into your twist. And then same thing with the top arm. Try to roll the thumb back, open the whole shoulder girdle. Nice deep breath in and out. Good, slowly bringing yourself back. We're gonna rise up onto that knee, maybe slide the right foot back a bit so that our seat is close to the chair and our hands can grab the sides of the chair. So if it's got fabric on it, you can grab the fabric. I'm gonna grab the actual legs of the chair. Then starting to reach my hips only to the point where I'm able. Externally rotate my shoulder. So think back here. Externally rotate as if my thumbs could go out, my pinkies could go in. I'm gonna melt my hips down, lift my chest up, maybe take my gaze up. Woo! Big breath in. Slow breath out. One more big breath in. Slow breath out. Go ahead and come out. Back your hips out first. And then exhale, release your hands. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Let's pause in a tabletop here. Flipping the wrists, so middle fingers towards the knees or maybe on a slight angle. And then take 3 cat-cow here. So inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch the spine, look to your navel. 2 more, inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, draw and look towards your navel. 1 more, inhale, look up. Exhale, hug in. Good, inhale, come to neutral. neutral, step that left foot forward. Same thing on the other side. So bending deeply into that knee, pausing here. Placing that right hand on the ground, externally rotating, so opening the shoulders if the thumb could spin out, and then taking the left arm up, same thing, thumb tries to reach back, expand through the collarbones. I feel like I missed a pose, but I'm just gonna go with it. So here, opening through the chest, slightly pinching the shoulder blades together, woo. And then exhale, take that left hand back down, nice job. Backing your hips up, walking your hands to the chair, sliding your hands down as far as you can, pinching your shoulder blades together, externally rotating your shoulders, and then drawing your hips forward, lifting your chest up, taking your gaze up, breathing into your right hip flexor, breathing into your shoulders, soften your jaw. One more breath. Inhale to tuck your chin to your chest, walk your hips back towards the chair, release and shake it out. Nice job. And then stepping your front foot to meet your back and coming all the way to sit down. So opening up a little bit more through the shoulders, we're gonna grab that pillow or that bolster, bring it behind us. Ideally, we have at least our upper spine on it, but in a perfect world, we have the whole spine on it. So we're gonna come into a supported fish pose. I'm going to take Yogi Snow Angels here. So drawing the arms out into a goal post, trying to get the forearms down. My forearms don't touch, that's okay. Opening up through the chest, through the shoulders, and then inhale, stretching the arms overhead. Exhale, drawing the elbows back in towards the sides. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach up, 3. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. I think it's the last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Good, you're gonna roll to one side, placing that right arm down, coming off the pillow for a second, bending that arm, and then taking that right hand as far to the ground as possible. If your hand is up here, we've got some work to do in the shoulder before we want to put all that load on our shoulder in wheel. So try to press your hand down with your opposite hand, working that external rotation. You might lean your head back on the pillow if that's comfortable, or just hold it up awkwardly. One more breath. Good, inhale to lift that hand back up, rolling over to your other side. I'm just gonna switch so I'm not showing you my butt and staring at the wall. Okay, so left hand, drawing that left hand towards the ground. If it doesn't make it there, help it there. Just stretching through that. Some of the external rotators in the shoulder, preparing us to flip the palms and press ourselves up. Good work, and then inhaling, bringing that hand back up and pressing yourself back up. So one more thing we're gonna do is exercise our adductors. I actually don't have anything here, so I'm gonna use my own hands. But you can grab a block and slide it in between your thighs. You can use a book. I don't have anything, so I'm gonna use my own hands. So we're gonna come down onto our backs for bridge. I'm gonna take my hands in between my inner thighs. This would be the place where you insert your block or your book. Squeeze your legs slightly in towards your hands. Push your hands slightly out against your adductors, and then start to lift your hips. And I might not be able to get that high with my hands here, that's okay. Work on firing those adductors in as I try to push out with my hands for 3, for 2, and 1. As you exhale, slowly lower down. Look, you got to touch yourself today. Cute, if you went with that one. All right, so our adductors are firing, our shoulders are warm, our wrists are there. You could do a lot more to get ready, but this is supposed to be a short segment, so we're gonna move on. The last thing before we try for wheel is your breath. So what tends to happen is we come up into the pose, and then because we're not used to opening our heart and being exposed and vulnerable, right? We start to hold our breath. So either laying on your back or coming to seated, we're gonna work on diaphragmatic breathing before we take the pose. Remember that without the breath, this is just shitty mat gymnastics. The breath is what connects the mind and the body into one sphere, and it's what really creates the the experience of the pose beyond just doing a physical asana. So sit or lie down comfortably. Place a hand on your belly and a hand on your chest. Take a moment to remind yourself that you're safe. Hopefully you're in a physical space that you are safe. Draw into the catacombs of your own mind. Know that within your own being you are safe. And then on your next exhale, exhale all your air out. As you inhale, fill up into the hand on the belly first. And then like spilling into a chamber, let it spill into your ribs and your chest to finish out. As you exhale, we'll reverse that. Bring your chest down, your ribs down, your belly in. Do 2 more times like that. Inhale into your belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. 1 more, inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Good. Resume a natural but conscious breath. If you have that pillow, we're going to return that for this last bit. If you have blocks, you could spin them up to a wall on a diagonal. That can give your wrist some space. But I'm going to teach from the bolster or the cushion, whatever you have. So you're going to come onto your back again in our supported fish pose. Shout out to Erin Perkins. She was one of the contributors for this scale. Our lovely teacher, Erin. So feet are planted, gaze is up and neutral. And I'm going to start to take my hands back, trying to get my fingertips or my palms to plant flat on the ground. You just saw probably I had to lift my hips to make that happen. If even doing that and getting your hands down isn't possible, you're going to work on bridge, which I'll show after this. So palms down. And then elbows pointing up. On an inhale, press your hips up to the sky. Engage those adductors. Pinch your shoulder blades together and slightly externally rotate your hands so your thumbs are trying to go out, your shoulders are rotating and engaging. And if you feel a lot of tension, stay here. If you feel like you have more space, keep tucking your chin towards your chest, press into your hands and come to the crown of your head. If you're feeling tension in your low back, lower your hips a bit, or push your pubic bone up. If you feel prepared to go all the way up, try to straighten those arms, opening the chest, and breathing. Bring that deep diaphragmatic breath in. Inhale through your nose into your belly. Exhale out. Holding whatever version you have for 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, tuck chin to chest. Come all the way onto the back. Bringing your hands out by your sides. Softening your breath. We'll do 1 more back bend. You can either repeat wheel, or if that's too much, you might roll off your bolster and take bridge instead. Preparing for that. Feet will plant, hands will plant, shoulder blades pinch. Inhale to lift your hips. Find that nice deep diaphragmatic breath, and then interlace your hands underneath you. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Press the pinky edge side of the hand down. If that's not accessible, try to touch the inner ankles. Push your hands against your ankles against your hands. Find adduction and breathe. You may feel in back bends, you can actually breathe better up into your chest. So if that's more comfortable, do that. But try to take those full deep breaths instead of short, shallow fight or flight ones. To come out, releasing your hands, slowly rolling down. Allowing the feet to toe heel out wide, the knees to drop in. 1 hand to the heart, 1 hand to the belly. Closing the eyes and taking a moment of rest here. Soften. next inhale, fill up deeply. Exhale out fully. Begin to drop your knees towards one side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Take a moment to let your experience settle. Like shaking up a snow globe, let the glitter, the sediment, the snow fall to the bottom. And then just see what comes up as residual effects. Take one more deep breath in and sigh it out. Gently bringing the hands to heart center, bowing to seal your practice. Maybe closing with namaste or gratitude for your body or being for showing up, as I am deeply grateful for you practicing. There is so much we can focus on with wheel, and often I think the limit of the pose exists between your two ears. Also strength work, so we didn't have a lot of time to work through warming up, chaturanga, things like that. But consider as you practice this pose, which remember it is a practice, not a perfect, that it may be at the limit of your stability, your stira, or it may be at the limit of your ease, sukha. And in all poses, we want to find that sukha stira balance. So be in observation of that, be in practice of this pose. If it's painful, modify. There's no rule of no pain, no gain in this setting. So make sure you're honoring your body. And thank you so much for watching. Namaste.